Hi everyone, it's Ronita Baird, PEI Medium, and welcome to Angel Talk Thursday for Thursday, October 18th, 2018. I'm really happy to be here tonight to talk to you about Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is an archangel. So let me define what an archangel is. So archangels are very powerful angels. And archangels have never lived in human form before. So Archangel Michael has never lived as a human before. Archangel Michael has only existed as a divine being. So divine meaning never lived a human life before. Archangel Michael's name means he is like God, because Archangel Michael is very close to God, creator source. And archangels' purpose in our lives is as guiders and protectors for the human race. So archangels work the closest with the human race. So Archangel Michael has been with me since I was a young child, and I actually have memories and visions of lying in my crib as an infant and the Archangel Michael playing with me. My mother said I was a back sleeper as a baby, and my mother said that she would often bring me to my side when she put me down for a nap, and I would awake, or when she came back to get me, I was always lying on my back, and I know that's because the Archangel Michael was always watching down on me and talking to me as a child. So, because Archangel Michael is the leader of the archangels, he has a special place in my heart for sure. But he's the leader, he's the guide to all of the archangels, and he's been written about the most in, I won't say just biblical writings, because that would be just narrowing his existence to Christianity alone, but in many, many different belief systems across this planet, angels have been written about, and Archangel Michael would be the angel that would be written about the most. So Archangel Michael's main purpose is as a guide to all of us, to guide us on our life path and life purpose. Because each of us set out to accomplish many things when we decided to incarnate into this lifetime. And because of that, we need a boost every now and then to help us and motivate us to continue on our path and our journey so that we really get the most out of this life. And Archangel Michael is that angel. So if you find yourself stuck and you find that you're just not quite feeling like you're accomplishing your purpose or your goals in life, the Archangel Michael is the angel to call forward and ask him to work with you. Now, I say him, but I should clearly state that angels are neither male nor female, but they have both energies of the masculine and the feminine. So when I work with Archangel Michael, I find Archangel Michael's energy to be very strongly masculine, because I find that he's pushing me forward all of the time. I tend to be a bit of a procrastinator by nature, and I also tend to be, even though I do what I do, I tend to be quite shy. And Archangel Michael is constantly with me, pushing me to get out there more and to connect with more people and to be who I am meant to be in this world, and to keep spreading the word and talking and meeting more people and really allowing my gift to flourish and grow. So if you learn to call Archangel Michael into your life, what you'll find is that life will take some sudden and dramatic changes in a lot of ways. You'll find yourself becoming more self-confident, and you'll end up doing a lot of different things. I can remember one day I was driving in downtown Charlottetown, and I was just running some errands, and I heard the Archangel Michael say to me, pull into the library. It was Confederation Center of the Arts Library. pull in here because you're going to go inside and introduce yourself, and you're going to do a public lecture there. And at that point in my development, I knew and trusted Michael so strongly that that's exactly what I did. There was a parking space right in front of the library, so I pulled in, I got out and I went in, walked upstairs to the nonfiction section and introduced myself and asked them if they would like me to come in and do a public lecture. And that's what happened, and that's what unfolded. Just completely random, completely out of the blue, but I heard Archangel Michael's voice strong and clear that this is what my next step for me was. So I did it, and that was a few years ago now. So not only does Archangel Michael help you with attaining your goals and your life purpose, he also is the loudest angel. So when I teach people to connect with angels, and this was good for myself too, because when I was developing and expanding my own gift, Archangel Michael was the first archangel that I really sat down and worked really, really hard to try and connect with. And I found his energy to be really easy to feel and sense and get to know, simply because he is the loudest of the archangels. So by loudest, I mean that sixth sense, that part of the sixth sense, which allows us to hear angels. So when you connect with him, his comes through the strongest, the clearest, the loudest. So when I'm teaching people to connect with angels, I often tell them that Archangel Michael really is the first angel you should sit down and meditate and really try to get to know his energy, know how he feels, and begin to listen to the sound of his voice, placing instructions in your own head and messages, because he comes through the strongest and the loudest. So that's a really good thing when you're on a journey of learning how to develop your intuition, develop your sixth sense, and get a strong connection with the non-physical realm of life. Archangel Michael, to me, is not only a guide and a teacher to me, and I mentioned teacher as well, but Archangel Michael, for me, really helps me to bridge the world of the living and the dead. And anyone who's ever been to me for one-to-one reading knows that Archangel Michael is always called on in every sitting that I do to ask Archangel Michael to open the doorway to the other side and to escort those that will be coming forward with messages for the person sitting with me, escort them to and from the circle of light. So not only is Archangel Michael the loudest archangel, Archangel Michael also has a powerful sense of humor. And that's really good for me. And you can judge yourself based on your own personality, but I tend to have always been on the serious side, and Archangel Michael balances me out. So as I'm serious and focused and really driven in a lot of ways, Archangel Michael balances that energy within me, because he's always telling me, lighten up. You have to learn to laugh things off. You have to learn to laugh at life and laugh at yourself more frequently. And I really need that. And, you know, in this day and age, with all of us being so crazy busy and having so much on our plates and just being so, the world the way it is now, we really need more laughter. There's nothing more that will lift you up as quick as laughter. There's nothing in this world that will help you bridge gaps of communication than laughter, and forgiving yourself and laughing at yourself for things that you said and did, and laughing at the situations, because Archangel Michael often says to me, well, you can either laugh about it or cry about it, so what would you rather do? So I always say go with the laughter, because it's very, very healing and therapeutic in a lot of ways, and often just kind of gives you that opportunity to step back from a situation and just kind of laugh it off and then look at it from a whole different perspective and understanding. So Archangel Michael is also an angel that protects us. So Archangel Michael can protect your home and your belongings. So not just things, but Archangel Michael can also help protect people as well. So I always say a daily prayer for my family. I ask Archangel Michael to watch over our home, my family, in all ways, so that everyone goes about their day without incident. So that's something that you can do as well. So if you have family that are away, or you have grandchildren that you're concerned about, you can call on the Archangel Michael to surround them with his light and just deflect away any negativity from them, and bring them more joy in their life. So Archangel Michael is an angel that you can call on to help protect your family in so many ways. I hear him coming in now. Okay, and he just says to tell everybody that anybody and everyone can connect with him. All you need to do is just to call his name, either with your thoughts or with your words, and make your intent, and he will be there to help you in whatever way, shape, or form that you need. So you don't need to ask through me. You ask directly to the Archangel Michael what it is that you need, and he will help. So as a protector, Archangel Michael can often be seen around people who take careers on where they become protectors of other people. So RCMP, police, military personnel will often have the natural protection of the Archangel Michael with them as well. So one other thing that I use Archangel Michael for is as a travel agent. So what a lot of people may not realize is that both Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael in combination, if you call on these angels, they become the travel angels. They ensure your safety to and from your destinations without incident. And that's a wonderful part of working with Archangel Michael as well. So if you're a little bit frightened of flying, or if you're driving over to Halifax or down to the States, or you're driving anywhere and going a long distance trip, you ask those two powerful archangels to escort you to and from your destination safely and without incident, and to protect your belongings as well. And that's exactly what will happen. So the other thing that I want to share with you that I work with Archangel Michael for is I work with Archangel Michael to help manage finances. So Archangel Michael is a phenomenal budget conscious angel who can sit with you and work with you and guide you in managing your finances in a healthy way. So when I was working with Archangel Michael and he shared that with me, because I always used to get so flustered when I would be doing budgets and trying to figure things out financially, because I was never one that loved to sit with numbers ever. So until I started working with Archangel Michael. So now I have the Archangel Michael's confidence and courage to sit down and work through numbers and to watch the monthly budget in such a way that it really doesn't rattle me like it used to. And you can do the same thing. So if you have questions about the Archangel Michael, or perhaps you have a story that you'd like to share, because there are many stories that people will share about them calling on the Archangel Michael for something specific in their life, and then miraculously things are happening where they felt the angel's presence and they were protected in some way, something like that. So I'd love to hear from you if you have a story like that that you'd like to share. So before I switch into the next segment, I just saw 444 on my computer, and so if anybody sees 444, that's a very strong message that the angels are surrounding you. So anyway, oops. Okay. So I'm pulling a card for everybody from the Archangel Michael Oracle card deck, because Archangel Michael said that he would like to give everyone who's listening, either tonight or on a repeat, a message to help guide you through this upcoming week. So Archangel Michael is an artist's depiction of the Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael, in a lot of pictures or portraits or statues that you will see depicted, is often depicted with a sword and a shield. There's usually a lot of gold and purple light in his auric field. So if you call on Archangel Michael through a meditation with your eyes closed, you might actually start to have visions of purple and sometimes a little bit of blue mixed in with gold flecks. And that is the Archangel Michael's natural auric field color. So that's a strong statement that you would be connecting with him. So with the sword and the shield is the protector, where we get the protector from. And Archangel Michael can bring a lot of healing to a lot of people as well. If you find that you're working in an environment where you're constantly being bombarded with people's negativity, you can call on the Archangel Michael to buffer people's negativity from you. Highly sensitive people and people who are just generally finding themselves in work environments that are not the most healthy, Archangel Michael can really help you to feel more at peace by buffering other people's energy fields from you, so that you can just deal with your own energy and not have to worry about anybody else. Young children that are having bad dreams as well, or young children that are struggling at school, if you ask Archangel Michael to accompany them to and from school and to allow them the gift of feeling peaceful and safe. That's another thing that you can do with Archangel Michael as well. Really, what you can ask of the Archangel Michael is unlimited. So just never minimize what this angel can do for you and your family at any point in time and with any situation. So I'm saying a prayer of intent for everyone as I shuffle the Archangel Michael Oracle card deck for a message for everyone for this coming week. I just heard Archangel Michael say, pull from the top. Usually my card deck speaks and the card pops out by itself, but it wasn't doing that. So anyway, okay, this makes a lot of sense for you. So hold it up so you can see it. So the message is lean on God and the angels for support. And the prayer that goes along with this card is, Dear God and angels, I give you this situation now and completely. I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. So this is a very strong statement from Archangel Michael asking you to lean on God and the angels for their support, and they will help you in so many ways, and what will actually happen as a result of that can be miraculous in so many ways. So this week, call on God and the angels for everything. Just don't limit yourself. You're the one who limits yourself, not them. Okay. So let's see here. We will start. I'll start to have a look and see who is joining me tonight, and see maybe somebody wants to share something with us, a little story. So welcome to everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. So Crystal Murphy writes, Hi Ronita, last week was my father Brian's 2-year anniversary of his passing. I'm very sorry for your loss, and I would love to know if he has a message for you. Okay. So the first thing I get is that he is wanting to wish you a happy birthday. And he also wants to say happy anniversary to someone. I'm not sure who it is, but I know there's a wedding anniversary that he wants to make mention of this from. He's saying that he's very happy with where he is, and he's very happy about how everything turned out with his services. And at the very end of his life, he says, everything was just as I hoped it would be. He says he's calling his passing unique. And I'll define that. Unique in some way means specific to him. And he says you will know right away what his meaning is in that choice of word. He wants to say hello to his family and friends, and he wants to recognize his family and friends for really stepping up to the plate and being there for him. And he just says to let you know that he's very much at peace, and he's watching over you and protecting you, guarding you, he says, just so that you know. And his message to you is that he wants you to start spreading your wings on this earth so that you will find more joy in your life path. And I'll leave you with that. Carmen Martin Hallman, can you tell me what message my mom would want me to know? Okay. So I usually ask for the first name. I think your mom's name is Luna, but I'm not sure. I think there was an L in there, but just going by memory. I'm just going to connect. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to help me connect with her. She is sending you an incredible amount of love from heaven, an incredible amount of love. I just see hearts coming left, right, and center being sent to you and your family. She says, oh my God, I love my family. I'm so proud of you, she says. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of my children. And I feel in her heart, I'm connecting with her heart, and she feels so humble when she says, I honestly don't know how I did it. I feel like she had a big family and was so busy for so long, and she's just saying very humbly, I don't know how I did that. Like she's almost as she is in heaven and looking back on her life, she's reminiscing and looking at everything that she did, and she's saying, wow, I can't believe I did all of that. And didn't become overwhelmed when she was alive. Like she just did it. And that's one of the things that she's learned about herself, because it's almost like she's telling me that she never stopped long enough to sit and complain or sit and wonder what if. She just was busy all the time. But she says that's the way I wanted it, and that's what brought me the most joy in life. She tells me as she watches down over you and your life She's so pleased with the person you've become and with everything that you do on a daily basis. And you do so much for so many people, and she wants to recognize that. She says to keep the music going. And she wants to thank you for your music. So I'm not sure if you sang to her or sang for her at end of life or at her service, but she's thanking you for singing for her. And she wants you to encourage your girls to sing more too. And they should be singing with their mothers, she says, to say to you. Because singing brings joy and laughter to a family and a household, she says. Okay, and there's something about a recipe and remembering it. I almost feel like it never got written down, but I almost feel she's making me aware of a memory of you watching over her shoulder and trying to memorize watching her put something together, okay? And she's talking about something coming up this weekend. So this weekend, so Sunday would be the 19th, 20th, 21st, I believe. So there's something around the 21st of a month, or perhaps it's this month coming up, she says as well, that she wants to make mention of. She says to tell you she's very happy and very much at peace. And I just feel her just smiling from ear to ear with so much joy, and her heart is really overflowing with love for her family. So I'll leave you with that. Okay, Gail and Jahan Arsenal. I'm being guided. I hear Archangel Michael saying we need to pull a card for Gail. Okay, Gail, so I'm going to say a prayer of intent that you get the best message that you need to hear to help you and guide you in your life tonight, okay? And there it is. Okay, good, okay. I just heard I just heard Archangel Michael place in my head, you have two things coming up for you. So that means two possible scenarios. And the card that came out for you, so there are 44 cards in this deck, Gail. And this one came out based on the law of attraction, the one that you need to hear. So this one here is explore your options, and it so goes with the message that was placed in my head for you. So explore your options, and the prayer is, Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and assess all of my alternative options, and please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. So, Gail, two doorways of opportunity. Which one will you take? Or perhaps you will learn how to bridge both. And it almost feels like this is something that perhaps you need to step into wisely and slowly. So I'm hearing perhaps as a part-time endeavor at first, until you get your feet under you and feel more confident, okay? So it feels like you can go one of either two ways, but the message that's coming forward really strongly for you is to take your time making this decision. In other words, explore your options, and perhaps look at taking steps on a part-time basis, or step-by-step process for you, okay? And I'll leave you with that. Okay. Nancy Ellsworth, I sure could use some help. Okay. All right, this is what we're going to do for you, Nancy. So I'm going to connect with you and see what we can do to bring you help. And to bring you help, I'm also calling on Archangel Michael to surround you in this moment. And I'm asking the Archangel Michael to surround you in a cocoon of his healing light, love, and energy. I'm asking Archangel Michael to stay with you until you feel more secure, safe, and confident. And I'm connecting with you So the first thing I need to say to you is that you need to know that everything is going to be okay. I'm being guided to say to you that troubles are but a short period of time in our life. In other words, like a storm, it always passes. I hear the Archangel Michael saying that he's going to continue to work with you and lift your motivation and to bring you more focus, to help you to sort through your own thoughts, to recognize what's important and what isn't. In other words, to sort through the junk. You know, sometimes we go into our emails and we have the junk pile, and then we have the important stuff. Archangel Michael says that he's going to be working with you to sort through your thoughts and sift through the stuff that's not important at this moment, and to prioritize so that you don't feel so overwhelmed. Okay, so let's pull a card from Archangel Michael's Oracle card deck to help you with that. Okay. So I'll hold it up for a second and you can pause the video afterwards, Nancy, so that you can reread it. Okay, so the message is admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. The message and prayer is, I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. And I'm being guided to go to the book. There's another message in here for you. Okay. The one that I get here for you, my dear, is to heal or leave from an unhealthy situation. Don't compromise in any way and face your fears. So no archangel is more powerful to help anyone face their fears but the Archangel Michael. A lot of times we procrastinate on facing our fears head on simply because of the whole fear of fear. Archangel Michael will work with you to pull that away and to help to guide you so that you have more confidence to get up, get moving, and get going in the right direction. To take those fears and just go poof, and go right into the heart of the matter so that you can, at the end of this storm, go through the storm get to the other side and get your joy and your happy back on for you, because that's what you deserve and nothing less. Joy, happiness, and peacefulness. And don't forget we said that. So Archangel Michael is going to work with you to help you to gain that back. So I'll leave you with that. Fern Gotel, watching with my daughter Mallory, and she is 6 years old. Hi Mallory, and she would like to know what angels look like. So sometimes, so that's a really good question. So angels will appear in many forms. Sometimes an angel will appear actually looking like a person. And the reason why they do that is because it's not as frightening to us. Because if an angel appears as a person, let's say an angel comes into our dreams and they present themselves like a long lost friend. They feel familiar, they feel very loving and comforting towards us. And sometimes there's no face, but we know that we know this angel or this person. So sometimes they'll present themselves as a person, which is pretty awesome. And depending on our age, sometimes they will present themselves as someone that is similar in age to ourselves. So if we're 6 years old and an angel comes into our dream as another 6-year-old, they can do that as well. And it just kind of removes the fear of actually seeing what they really look like. Sometimes angels are actually orbs of energy and as a circle. So if you check out some of your photographs and you check them out and you see, because every now and then an angel will appear as an orb in a photograph. And how you know the difference between a deceased grandparent as an orb or an angel. The angel orbs are always colored. So they'll come through as purple or orange or pink or green, whereas if we have a grandparent on the other side, their spirit orb comes through as a ball of translucent white energy. So that could be really cool too. And of course, Archangel Michael, a lot of angels tend to, sometimes they will come forward and present themselves looking like a lot of the photographs. Let me see if I can find a really good one to show you for Archangel Michael. So here's one here. So just so that you're aware of that. So they often are, they appear like a person with a set of wings. And the difference is that they're much taller than we are. So the natural look of an archangel is quite tall. Archangel Michael has said to be about 20 feet tall. And he has this huge presence around people. But because he often doesn't present himself in that form to everybody, he will often downsize himself to be more our size. Because if we see this giant for the first time, it can really take people back a bit and kind of frighten you, but angels don't really be frightening in any way, shape, or form. So the Archangel Michael is this beautiful 20-foot strength with these huge wings, but has the most gentlest and loving of energy, because Archangel Michael's main purpose is to watch over us, all of us, and to keep us safe, to keep us happy, keep us focused, and to help us to gain as much joy down here as possible. So yeah, so as I'm reaching out to, I wish I had a picture, because they'll present themselves to different people in different ways, but Here's a nice picture of Archangel Michael right there in the hands. So the differences between the angels showing up is their colors. And if you want to check it out on my website, RonitaBairdPEI.com, go over to the Archangel page. Each of the angels has a different color to their auric field, and you can check that out. So if you're seeing a lot of purple dots out of the corner of your eye, you're seeing Archangel Michael. If you're seeing a lot of green dots, then you're seeing the Archangel Raphael. So go over to that page and check out the different colors. You'll know which angel you are seeing if you're seeing a lot of dots out of the corner of your eye. Kathy Drake would really love a card pull. Okay, Kathy, I'm being guided to pull a card for you from the Saints and Angels Oracle. This one right here. Okay. See what the angels want to say to you to help you and guide you towards a happy, filled week. Oh, there it is. Yours just popped right out. Okay. Oh, okay. You got the Wise Decision card. So this card always comes forward when you have either just made a wise decision, the right decision, or you're contemplating it still. This card comes forward to say, yes, you are thinking about the right way to do things. So don't dismiss your own thoughts and don't allow other people's negativity to shadow what is going to bring you the most joy in life. And don't allow your own thoughts to creep in either, I'm being guided to say to you. So your own thoughts would be things like worries and fears, the what if I can't do this type of scenario. So I'm showing you this again so that you will know and recognize that this is a strong statement from the angels that you have or are making the right decision for you. Okay. Louisa Gill, wondering how my daughter's upcoming surgery will be. Prayers will be welcome. Definitely. Let's call on the Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of Healing, to surround your daughter in divine emerald green healing light and energy right now. I'm also being guided to say, let's wrap her in a veil of divine white light. White light is very protective physically and spiritually, and it also brings in extra angels around her. I'm also asking God to ensure that she be brought the best healthcare professionals to be working with her at all times. I ask for optimal health after her surgery, quick and speedy recovery, and I'm also asking that any ill effects of the medicine that they give her to put her to sleep, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'm asking that she recover quickly and easily with that. I'm also connecting with her through you, and I'm being guided to lessen her fears, turn down her reactivity, because her thoughts and her fears are really starting to creep up, and they're starting to, and once the fear meter gets really, really high and the worry meter gets really, really high, then that's not a good thing. It's not a good scenario for her to go into surgery like that. So let's turn down those fears and turn down those worries to a more tolerable level to ensure peacefulness in the days leading up to her surgery. And I'm asking that on the day of her surgery, that angels be with her and all the healthcare professionals. or after the sun's form. And I'm also being guided to turn your worries and fears down as well. So, Mama Bear, we need to get those worries and fears down, because if you're allowing them to creep up really high with you, it's going to be transferred to your daughter. Do you want that? So let's turn yours down as well, okay? And that they stay turned down for the duration of the time left and during her recovery. Now I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, good, okay. So the message that I'm getting is that she's going to get along great. Let's pull a card, okay? Let's pull a card. Oh, there it is right there from the Saints and the Angels. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. So this is a strong statement. This card just jumped out of my deck. I swear to God, I don't make this stuff up, but this card just jumped off the deck. So this is a strong statement from the saints and angels that your daughter is being looked after. Okay? I hope that brings you some peace tonight. Okay, my dear friends, our time has come to an end. I will be back next Thursday night, and next Thursday night, I'm going to be talking about ghosts and share some real-life ghost stories with you as we're coming into the Halloween season. So I hope to see you next week, and I'll share a real-life ghost story of my own, a bit of a paranormal story that I experienced a few years ago. I'll share it with you. I'll explain everything about it so that nobody will know. You'll know everything about it, and there'll be no stones unturned. So I hope to see you next Thursday night back for my own personal ghost story and to share a few messages with you as well. Okay, take care, my friends. Goodbye.